One of my favorite things about Las Vegas history, I guess, and it is because it is a place and it's a thing and it's iconic, it's the Hoover Dam. Much of the information about the actual construction, because it was a federal project and it was so well documented, and I swear every minute of its construction was photographed, and we have every single one of those photographs. What I find interesting is the oral histories of the people who worked here, because it's not so much about, you know, the actual working on the dam, because we sort of know about that, and there was so much movie film footage done at that time, but sort of the backstory of why these people came here, where they came from, and then their lives afterwards, after the dam. That's what I find fascinating.
I'm the curator of the entertainment collections, and so that's kind of my first love. We've collected a lot of materials from, say, somebody like Don Arden, who the show Jubilee on the Strip, which is the last Showgirl production show on the Strip, was his show, and we have his personal papers here. And after that, I was able to pursue other collections of other show producers and become really knowledgeable about the Las Vegas production show. Through my work in getting to know these producers, I was able to get collections from people like Bill Moore, who was well known for his ice shows in Las Vegas, and then Jerry Jackson, who was the producer of the Folies Bergères at the Tropicana for 35 years. And so we added those collections to our entertainment collections, and that was something that was meaningful to me, because I really love the entertainment stuff, because it's such an important part of our community's history.
Well, I think the entertainment history is probably our most popular collection. The Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, those types of topics are probably the most popular. But I'm personally interested in the history surrounding atomic testing in the Nevada test site. We have a collection of oral histories from people who either worked at the test site or who were affected by the test site. It's a very fascinating collection with a lot of different viewpoints, and it's just so amazing to me to think that there was a point in time where people would go up to Mount Charleston and watch atomic bombs go off, you know, as a recreational activity, not knowing the implications of that important work that was happening there.
I am fascinated by the pictures of Las Vegas in 1900, 1905, 1910, when you see the Las Vegas Creek and people camping out by the creek and really using that water source as the point where they were generating their livelihood. You see people swimming in natural pools. You see people digging artesian wells and the water just pouring out of the ground. You see Las Vegas covered in orchards, and there was agriculture here. It's so different now, and I find that the history of the landscape particularly compelling.
Every time a collection comes in, they become my favorite. You know, the minute I get into them and I learn things about people that are just fascinating. When I first came here and I started out, I was doing a lot of oral histories, and I was interviewing dancers and showgirls. They came here and they all stayed. And they're all my friends now because they're such wonderful individuals. And that was a lot of fun. And then I did the Sands collection and the Dunes collection, and those were fascinating. But today, my favorite is the Alice Brody collection, which I just finished. She took on the federal government over her husband's death from radiation poisoning. I don't know of anyone else who did what she did and devoted her life to getting justice, not only for her husband, but for other veterans that suffered terrible cancerous deaths from radiation exposure.
There's a lot of interesting collections that we have dealing with gaming, and I think one of them that I find fascinating is the Charles Hirsch collection. He was an accountant who worked for the Golden Nugget and later the Sands, and thanks to him preserving his papers and donating them to Special Collection, we have an insight into how he worked and how the world of casino accounting worked before the corporations came to Las Vegas.